Hello, this is Ado from Bricksbuilder, and this is part 19 of developing a one-page wellness spa website in Bricks. Okay, so in the previous video we looked at the hero sections and we built them all. So the previous 3 videos we looked at hero sections, so we built this one, we built this, and we built this one. So now in this video what we're going to be looking at is building the trust strips. So basically this section. So we're going to build this one and also this one. The second design does not have a trust strip because we basically added it to the hero section. Actually also did a little bit here, and here I just wanted to emphasize the USPs too. So we have the USPs and the social proof all in one. And here we have it split into 2 sections. Here we have the same thing. So we'll be building this and we'll be building this. I'm going to start with the variants because I'm going to create a extra 3 variants with a white text. So that's basically what I need. So for all the different versions, I just need one with white text. And then I'm going to move on to create this card and then there's 3 columns, and then also obviously turn this into a component and then create a variant for this component also. See, because it's exactly the same, just different colors, etc. So we need 2 variants, and I'm going to start with the components first and then we'll build the patterns. Okay, so let's jump right into that. So going back, I'm going to remove all this. We're going to start with the social proof. I'm going to open that up. So I hope now that this goes a bit faster than before. So we have the different variants here. So I just go to variants, and yeah, I'm going to have to create them underneath. So I'm going to take this. This is variant no BG, light. Add another one. This is stacked. No BG light, and this is centered. No BG light, center rating, no BG light. Okay, so now we've added the variant, so we move on to, let's start with the inline. So on this inline I just basically change the color of the text to white, or like that. We move on to the stacking version. I also create this, I also change this to white, and then this should be stacked and aligned to the left. Okay, so this one is also set, and then I move on to centered. So centered should be also stacked and then in the middle, and the text should be white. Okay, so this one should be done. Yeah, this one should be done. Okay, so it's done. I save it. We move on to the, I'm going to create a new component. So now I'm going to create the cards component. Wait, am I calling it components or component? Confused. Is it component? Okay, component. I forgot if it was components or component, and this is USB card. Whoops. USB card. It should be actually USB card 2. Because I already created USB card 1, but I didn't turn it into a component. That's this one. This should also be a component, but I did not use it. So you know what, I'll just call this one because I'm going to turn that into a component. So select and section component, and this should be USB. I'm going to add that, publish, and we're going to jump right into this. So I just need a block, and I need another block for the cards. I need a heading, and I need a SVG, and those are the components that I need. This is a USB card, and this is a USB list. This should be set to a on order list. This should be set to a list. Save that. Let me just add a styling, TWS USB list. This should be USB card. Copy this. This should be the heading. Whoops. This should be the icon. We're gonna just add an icon to it. So that was the, okay, this one, and I believe the size was 48, so 48 pixels and 48 pixels. And I will just leave the fill for now. Let us change the text of the heading. This was text L, and the font weight was 400. Let me change it here. And I'm going to just add a styling already. So this should be row, should not wrap, should obviously be flex, content gap. Oh, that was content gap. So content gap here. The SVG should be set to order -1, and we should center the align of justify content. If I'm correct, this justify align item. Sorry, yeah. I think the text is way smaller and it's set to bold. It's even a H4. I think the H4 here might also be too big. Yeah, it's too large, so this is a H5. And it is set to 700, so there you go. Let me check if this is also 700. Okay, awesome. And oh, it's actually stacked, so should be stacked. Perfect. I want to give it a, let me see what kind of padding I used. It's 24 and 16. So let's just say this should be space M, and this should be space, I think, S. Although it feels a bit more. Well, let's just go with that. Yeah, okay. Is it the full height? Yes, the full height. Okay. Okay, so let's just turn this into a grid. No spacing. 3-column grid. I'm going to duplicate this and duplicate it. No, you know what? I'm going to wait, first delete this. I'm going to turn this into a component. So this is the USB card. It should belong to USB. And this should be, I'm going to go back and turn this into a USB list. So trying to think here. What's the best way to do this? This has to be a component anyways. USB. Okay, this is what we have. Trying to see if I didn't forget anything. Okay, this needs to be set to, we have to remove the padding, obviously. Padding needs to go, padding needs to go. And as for colors, this should be secondary and this should be heading. It's dark. You know what, I'll give it the, I think it's okay, the heading is good. Let me just go in here and change the, and add a prop. So this is the heading. Certified therapist. Connect the heading and also give this swap SVG or swap icon options. How does it even work? It says I have different options. It has file. I just want it to be file. So what? Select. Okay, swap. Let's try it. Swap icon. Okay, file. Right. Should just be file. What should be a possible value? Okay, let's see. Let me see what it does. Okay. Okay, nothing happens, but oh, this is a tough one. Okay, let me edit this. Yeah, what should I say? File. I have no idea. I don't know what to put down there. File. Okay, what? How does this even work? Okay, I need to look into this. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to just use an icon instead of a SVG, just due to the fact that I know how to make the icon work, but not with the SVG. I'm going to add this class here. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to my icon, to my SVG, add it in, give it this specific size that I want, right? And that's basically it. And then here I can say swap icon, say SVG, and okay, this is the default, and it should be 48 pixels by 48 pixels, and the color should be, in this case, secondary color. Create and connect it. Okay, we have this. Okay, see now, yeah, see, this is what I mean. I know how to work this. Okay, cool. Okay, wait, let me just add it in again. Did it just delete all my settings? So it doesn't remember the settings. Okay. I would have loved it. I would have loved if it did. Okay, let me just put it back again. Okay, we have it. It is a certified therapist. Okay, save. Okay, so we have our card now. I can go back, and obviously on the main component I cannot see it, which means I will need to create properties here. Wow, what a headache. Yeah, I need to create properties. So I need what do I need? Properties. I need a text. So this is but I need to create this like 3 times. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it this way. Does this work with slots? What if I deleted this? Okay, that means I have to duplicate the slot. Does that also work? Okay, let's see if this works. I'm going to add a USB card. Oh, not here, sorry. On the, yeah, here. Go to components, card. Let me see how it places them. Okay, that's 1. Duplicate, that's 2. Also, it does place them. Okay, that's weird. Let me see, how does this look on the front end? I want to see the code just to check if it's correct. Okay. And what if I put them all in the same slot? Okay, it also works. So I don't need multiple slots. I just need 1 slot. So can do away with this, do away with this, and it should work. So I'm going to add them again. Just add 1 card, add it to the slot, and I should have my grid. Okay, cool. Okay, we have it here. I'm going to change this to certified because I made a mistake. I'm going to see if I can already build the variant into it. So this one has a dark text and a secondary icon, and this one is everything is just white. Okay, everything's white here. Let's see what we can do. This is the base, and this will be the light version. Okay, so let's go back, and on the light version, I want the icon to be okay. I can basically put in the color myself, but the text should be at least the text should be a white. So this I can change. So let's go back. Okay, I think this should work. And now all I need to do is add, I'm going to duplicate this a few times, because now I need to add the separating borders. I'm going to add it to the second card. I'm going to use a pseudo element to do that. So here on the USB list, what I'm going to do is target them here. Or I can, no, you know what, I'll do it on the cards. So it's optional, you can always remove them if you don't want it, you can just comment it out. So here on the card, no, on the base, yeah, just the base, normal base root, we'll say this should be, I think I need a before and after, so this is before. Let me just write it out first. So content, yes, and then block size should be 100% again. Oh, inline size 1 pixel. Background color should be var. And I need to check This is ultra light. Okay, so it should be very light. So probably primary L9. 10 might be a bit too light. So I can see there, I need to set it to, I need to set the card to relative and the line to position absolute. And set the inset inline start to 0. Let me check what we have here. Okay, so we have the line set. Okay, we have the lines, but I only want this to be for the middle card. So that means I need to use a specific pseudo class. So I'm going to use the nth child here, say 2, and then for the second, for the second nth child, should be applied to the second nth child. So let's see what it does. Okay, so only the second has it. That's good. And then I'm going to do the same for the after. And this should be set to end. So let's check. Okay, it's there. Okay, we have it. And now let me clean this up a little bit. Let's see. Because there's some settings here that are the same. So I have to take this, put this here. I'm also gonna move this away. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, so we have this separately, and I don't need this here, and I do not need, okay, I don't need all this here. Same goes for this. So I think this might be clear enough, and we should end up with the same thing. Okay, so there you have it. So I think all this should be applied to, so media, this should be the min width, 767. We'll just put this for now. And then once it reaches, I think here's a good place to switch. So once it reaches here, it should change. So the borders on the left and the right should go to the top. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go up again. So I'm going to copy this whole thing. What is going on? This should be max width. Okay, this is the part where some things need to be tweaked here. First of all, this needs to be, wait, I need to think about this a bit. So we want it to come on the top. So this, instead of inline start, first of all, this should be all set. I'll copy this. This needs to be moved to the top. This will be block block start. So let me see. What do we have here? This should be block. This should be 0. And I'll do the same for the. I'm just gonna copy this. I'm gonna do the same for the bottom. Oh no, I'm just gonna set this to offset. Paste this here, set this to end. Okay, let me test if this is actually working. Oh, I need to change. I forgot to change the width, the height, etc. So this will not work anymore. So this time the inline size has to be 100% and the height has to be 1 pixel. So it should work now. Okay, there you have it. Okay, we've got it. Save. And I'm going to go back to the list. Okay, so once it's here, this should be, okay, I need to customize this again. This should be grid 1. I might need to change the orientation here. But now at least you can see the line. So this works. Yeah, I need to change the card to, on the mobile landscape, this should be horizontal. I think we should center this. Save. Let me go out and see how it looks like. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, this should be base. I hope I was not. No. I hope I was not changing the light version. Wait, let me see what I was actually doing. Okay, so it was the base, right? The base has all the styling. Okay, so that means I need to also fix this for light. So I need to go back to light, and I need to style the ID. But this time, no, I need to copy the root. I need the root, or else to target the class. So I need the root on light, yes, and I'll paste this so to target the ID, and then it should change this to secondary, and this has to be D6 or something. I'm not sure. I have to check if this is the correct color. Once it's on a dark, once it's on the secondary background, so I might have to revisit this if this is not correct. We'll just place it in and we'll check later. But now at least we're done. So let me test if the lines are changing. I obviously need to test it on the well, okay, I can't really figure this out now. So I need to test this out when I create the sections. Okay, anyways, so just leave this here for now. And yeah, let's move on. We're going to create the sections. Okay, so new. This is a pattern, and this is trust strip 1. Pattern, and this is it's basically social proof. Publish, and let's jump in. So what I need to create here is a simple section with the intro section and the component. So let's see how this goes. Section. I'm going to bring in my intro sections. Intro, it's centered, so we need this one. Plug it in. This is trust strip 1. Just start adding a class. Trust strip 1. Oh. Add this to the container. And I'll just leave this as it is. We can do away with the accent heading. I'm gonna copy this, bring it in, and also subheading. Put that in, save. I'm still gonna add a. I'm gonna give this a class because I need to make some changes here. I need to change the width. So this is intro, and this will be also the heading. I need to make some changes. Heading, and you know what? Do I need to make any changes to subheading? No, I'll leave that as it is. As for the width, I'll have to change these to let's start with M. And let's change the size. This is a H2, and the size can drop to H4. Yeah, it's about H4. And this one is okay. This is good as it is. And now I'm going to actually add a container gap here for the spacing. And I'm going to drop in the component, what's it called? The USB list. Okay, it didn't save my cards. Oh, I didn't even make it that way. I made it without cards. So I need to add the cards here. So here we go. Duplicate. Let me copy the text over. And also the last one I need to copy over. And I need to change the icons. So this needs to get a different icon. No, not dynamic data. What was this one? Oh, it's this woman. Of course. No, it shouldn't do that. You know what? Let me continue. 48 pixels. And this should be secondary color, secondary. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll go to the second one, and we should add the bathtub here. Why is it doing this? It lets me think that it's breaking. Okay, let me add that in. Also 48 pixels and 48 pixels. And this should be secondary. Okay. And if I tweak the size, what size is this? This is 952. But I'm thinking of a. Oh, by the way, yeah, I can just give it a fixed width because it's not. Yeah, I can always change this if I want. So yeah, this is good. And then set this to 100%. And on the container, I have to set this to center. And yeah, we basically have it. Yeah. Maybe I should shorten this line. Also on desktop, because in the design, actually it's not all the way to the top. It's like, it's not the full height. Let me see if I can do something about that. So I need to go into the cards and then go to the CSS. If I set this to like, I don't know, 75%, what happens? Oh, it's way too high. Okay, that's much better. I'm going to try something like 65, I think. 65 is a good number. Okay, perfect. And then on the light version, I'll do the same. So this should be set to 65. So this will be shorter here too. And then also I want to try that on the, going back to base. Here, this can also be shorter. I'm going to try to change that to, let me see if this is also 65, how it will look. Okay, just a bit shorter. I like it that way. And where are my icons? My icons are gone. Why does, oh wait, it might just be the builder. I don't know why it does this. It's just X up and let me see how it looks on the front. Okay, it's there. Just have to believe it's there. Okay, but I changed the height so it's much more fitting now. Yeah, we're done with this. We can move on to the second one. So I'm just going to keep this open. And I'm going to just open up the second one. I'm going to copy this. Trust strip 2. This should be we'll add a pattern to the template tag again. And this is on the social proof. Add, publish this, and let's jump right in again. I'm just going to be doing more of the same. I should have actually just given this I'm going to give this just a general, I'm going to say strip 1, so it's just general, so that I can actually copy this over, because I'm not going to redo this just to save time. Okay, I didn't add anything here, so I can basically just copy this over so that we win some time. Put this here. This is trust strip 2. Yes, trust strip 2. Add it to the container. Just here to win time. Container gap here. And this is actually gonna change, so we might have to modify this heading, because this design, the heading is different, the colors are different. So I might have to make some changes. Okay. And we can drop the component here again. So that is the list and a card. Okay, we have drop strip, container. So let's go to the second design. Let me see the changes I need to make. Okay, so we don't have any text, so that text can go. This is larger. So the heading is much larger. It has a component. Okay, let's see what we can do about that. So I'm gonna just copy this styling again, and I'm gonna add a modifier. I'll just say this is larger. And on the larger, we have H4, so if I make this a H3 or a I think H2 is way too much. Oh, it's perfect even. H2. Okay, so this is going to be H2. Save that. We can do away with the text. and I have to add the avatar list. All right. Oh, no, the social proof. That's the wrong component, social proof. And it has to be centered light. And the background there has to be secondary again. And this heading color needs to be white. So heading white. This USB, no, the card needs to be light, and the container needs to be set to centered. And now I can start tweaking the icon. Okay, so this is actually correct. This one, 48 pixels. Same here. The color should be white. Did I use white, or did I use, I think I used secondary. Okay, secondary ultralight. Okay, so this should be L10. Okay, I'm gonna then duplicate again, and as you can see, the color is way too dark, so I need to dial this in. I'm gonna do that. Let me just add all the content in again. That's the first one. This is the last one. Okay, I've put this all in, and then now I need to make a change to the icon again. So this is going to be the bathtub, and this is, okay, I will just believe that it changed. This is going to be the other woman. Let me bring this up. Okay, so it definitely changed. I'm going to refresh this builder again, close this. I need to actually see what I'm working at. Okay, I'm now going to tweak this card. So this is the light version, and I'm going to go to the CSS, and I need to bring this down. This needs to be, let's see if it's 2. Let me check. It's, and here it's long. So basically I could actually put this at 100% because it's longer here. I'll just leave everything at 100%. Wait, didn't I change to 65? I'm going to change this to 65. And here's 100%. Okay. Okay, if I put this to, if I set this at 1, how does it look? Okay, I like this. Okay. Let's see how it looks on the front. Okay, there we go. Let me just bring this down. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so now we basically have both versions. So we have this. Let me open this up here. So we have this one and we have this one. And I'm basically done. So that was the truss strip section. There was no pattern for this one. I had to build this one because yeah, there was basically no pattern to do this. But I did use the only pattern I used from the Bricksbuilder library was the intro section. So it sped up this intro section. I could set this up quickly. I used modifiers to style the headings because I needed different kinds of headings. I didn't want to style the main intro. As you can see, the main intro heading. I didn't style that one. I created a new styling. What else? We created this component and we created variants for it. We created props for the icons, for the text, and we created 2 different versions. And for also the trust, the social proof component, we created 3 variants with lighter text. So that was it for this video. I hope it was educational. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, and comment, please. And then the next video, what are we going to work? We're going to work on the problem section. So we're going to do this 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 sections we're going to do. We might basically just do 3 of them at the same time because they're fairly easy to do. So I'll see you in the next video, and then we'll continue developing. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.